Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Widgets and Wonders. This is my show about small developers, cottage industries, and people who make stuff associated with the wargaming market that isn't necessarily a major producer or a company with more than one person. So very often, this is a pair of people, one person, two people in a basement, producing something that's ancillary to the wargaming market. So it could be carrying cases, terrain, indie game rule sets that use other people's miniatures, whatever, what have you. And today we're going to take a look at a company called GamePlus, and this is for carrying cases. So GamePlus is a bit like KR Multicase. They're doing an affordable miniature storage option, and they've just started designing and are about to put on the market a line of carrying bags. So I have one that we can take a look at, and I've also got the foam that's all inside it. We'll have a look at it right now, and you guys can see what you think. So here we have one of the bags from GamePlus. They are right there, GamePlus products. You can see I put my little business card in here as well. We've got a sort of standard style for the bag. It is soft-sided, so if you feel it, it's got sort of that cooler bag material that it's made from, and no rigid extensions on the inside. Now, it has a large pocket for a game book, so you could fit pretty much, it looks like it's about a 2-inch pocket. So from the looks of things, you could fit anything up to the old Warhammer Fantasy rulebook in here. Like, you could easily fit that Warhammer Fantasy rulebook in here. Or a couple of codexes, or an army book and a codex, or what have you. Side pocket here. This could easily be for cards, dice, your dry erase markers, whatever you need to play. And in the back here, one more sort of slim pocket. That could be for, I don't know, whatever slim pocket things you have. Army rosters, other sheets. It blows out at the bottom here to about 2 inches though. So it has a small entry, but then actually you could fit a fair amount of stuff in there. And there's what looks like either a dice bag holder or a drink holder, whichever one you want. I could probably fit a good sized, flask in there, and or your dice bag. I'm assuming it's for your dice bag, not actually for a flask. That's just me projecting. So it comes in all kinds of variety of colors. What's cool about this is the bag itself is designed to be inexpensive, and you design the interior for it yourself all the time. So each of these trays, I think there's a fixed price for the bag. I'm not actually sure what the fixed price for the bag is, but I think I was told it was under 50 bucks. And then the trays themselves range from 1-inch foam down here to what looks like 5-inch foam, and they're all $9.99. So no matter how big the tray is, it's $9.99. It's all embossed with this. And this is, if you've ever played with like gym mats, or if you have a small child, this is that same material that those foam mats are that you put on the ground. Or if you've gone to the gym, it's almost like that gym flooring style stuff. So it's actually fairly rigid, and the rest of it's plucked foam. So you can size these out to be whatever size you want. Now, if you're a guy like me, and you worry about laying miniatures down, what I'm probably going to do with these is hinge them, so take 2 of them and put them one on top of the other, so I actually have a rigid line on the top and the bottom, and then because I'm Canadian, I'm going to duct tape this, duct tape it all the way around, make a duct tape hinge on one side, it's probably actually Guerrilla tape, which is like super duct tape, and make it open and close. If you guys ever seen my Infinity carrying cases, this is going to end up being one of my Infinity cases, and it's all designed to basically be sandwiched. But you could use them flat as well, easily, and just store your miniatures lying down. It's not dissimilar to the old Army transports or battle foam cases that are just uncut with pluck foam. But the $9.99 price tag was pretty cool. So the fact that all the trays, no matter how big they are, $9.99, I think is super keen. Yeah, and fairly affordable. So it's a bit like KR Multicase, but with an actual like soft shell bag as opposed to the cardboard bags. And you get, you know, basically your choice of if you want to have 2 of these, 3 of these, however, it's X number of inches tall, and each level is $9.99 until you fill it up. So I thought that was pretty neat. Joe, the owner, said that he'd basically been doing what I do with my Infinity cases and bodging together other people's companies to try and make different size cases to fit stuff. So what he wanted to do is provide basically the Lego building blocks of carrying cases that would be able to be sized for whatever. So this is one of each level tray. This one will probably be for my tags. I think all my Infinity armies are going to go in here, or all my Malifaux armies. It's going to be one or the other. I haven't decided yet which one it's going to be. I'll have to roll dice because I'm not really sure which one it's going to be. Probably going to be Malifaux, actually. I don't know, maybe Infinity. Yeah, I can't decide. But anyway, one of these 2 things will be like this. And you'll probably see it on the painting table where I've actually started modifying these things to hold all my stuff. But I can definitely put larger models down here, tags, whatever, and not even need a second layer. I could just put a top sheet on it and it'd be fine, or even just have them sit in it. Smaller tags could actually even sit in here, bigger heavy infantry, whatever, and then all the way up to the top here. So nice quality. I have to say that definitely the gluing's really well done. A lot of times the hot glue that they use to attach these isn't great. And I really like this rigid piece of foam on the bottom. It's fairly durable and it looks pretty snazzy. So there we go, carrying cases by GamePlus. All right, so there you have it. We've got bags from GamePlus, a big army transport case with some really affordable plucked foam. That's my preference usually, especially for fiddly stuff like Infinity and Malifaux, that I kind of custom design my own carrying case. They tend to get broken really easily. I love the miniatures, I love building and painting them, but they are quite fragile, and so to transport them, 9 times out of 10, I like them to be standing up instead of laying down. That way when things close, they're not putting any pressure on them, they're just staying on their bases naturally, and with plucked foam and that stuff that you can actually cut with a scalpel, you can kind of shape it to support all their details as opposed to putting pressure on them and breaking them. So I have some Malifaux miniatures like my Waldgeist that I'm afraid every time I pick them up I'm going to crush them. I don't want to put them in anything that actually sandwiches them and puts pressure together on them. So there we go, another place to get cool foam with a nice rigid and fairly well finished bottom. I think they're going to get carried through Miniature Market and Cool Mini or Not. So if you are looking to purchase them, I don't think they're available on the market just as of yet, but keep an eye on those 2 major sort of like sales websites. And apparently they will be carrying them in the US. And I do believe they are a US company, so they will be probably featured there first. So thanks again for watching. If you do know of a small company or a company that's about to release something that's not getting enough attention, please feel free to either make a comment below. You can shoot me an email at guerrillaminiaturegames@gmail.com. You can send me a message to my Facebook page, facebook.com/out-of-the-basement into the streets, or you can hit me up on the YouTube message system too, although sometimes I miss that stuff because the notifications get buried under other notifications. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Widgets and Wonders on small producers of independent cottage industry stuff for the war gaming market, and we'll see you for more of that. Until then, I'm Ash. Happy wargaming.